Do an Australian accent.
Yeah, do an Australian accent.
Good day, mates. All right.
Yeah. Oh.
Welcome back, folks. No, that just went off the rails so quick.
No, I think you keep going.
The prodigal daughter hath returned
You have.
from her
Lord.
trials and travails in the wilderness. Welcome back. We're here. We're at Faywatch. We're stateside, baby.
We're in the States.
We are so excited to have Dina back for so many reasons.
Yeah.
One, because you missed my cat.
I have missed sweet Miss Phoebe.
Miss Phoebe.
Yeah, we really suffered last week without you. And you know what? It sounds like maybe you suffered too.
You know what? Actually, I was going to say I am really genuinely pissed off at you guys. Like, I just feel like you could have been less funny without, like, you know what I mean? Like, you didn't have to be that
Wow.
funny without me. It almost made me feel like, am I an appendage? You know what I mean? Like,
You're
am I
not.
the appendix of the
If
pod?
if you're an appendage, you're a vital one. Like you're the member of this podcast.
Oh my God.
Ironically.
Am I the
ironically.
giant throbbing? No, I'm kidding.
Yeah, basically.
No, I was like, first of all, really proud of you guys. And then I was pissed off with how cute and funny you were.
Well, we missed you.
I missed you guys. I was surviving out there
You really were. You
Against
really
all
were.
odds.
against all odds.
Yeah, what are the Australian Fae like?
Ooh.
Tan.
I thought that was all Fae.
Oh yeah, true.
I think that's true famously, like almost
But it's
all
probably
of them.
like, yeah, very like summer court. You know what? Like I feel like, summer court, like the whole like ocean, the baths, like very much those vibes.
I feel like Therion should maybe move
To Australia.
Australia.
Yeah.
Or at least have an Australian accent.
Yeah.
Yeah. Someone write that down at Central Casting for the
Yes.
TV show.
Please.
Okay, well, Rachel, should you just go?
I think I should just go.
Not like away.
No, hopefully not. I will be staying and I will be talking. Yeah, let's just get into it. Let's just talk.
Talk.
And you know what? We're in the spring court, okay? Cassian's itchy.
Allergy season.
Yeah.
Cassie baby sneezing
Cassian.
up the wazoo.
Cassian suffers from seasonal allergies, which is totally relatable. And he's suffering through it and he's itchy. He's itchy boy. And Cassian and Nesta are there. They're going there to talk to Eris. Who knows why?
I do love, by the way, that like Nesta just started going with as like his like emotional support system. Like it was just like clear that he
Right.
couldn't do this on his own.
Yeah, and she's like, leave it to me.
And they have to like trespass on foreign lands to have their meeting.
Yeah, they're sneaking, they're freaking. And so they're in the spring court. And then, again, as per my vividly detailed notes, Nesta girl bosses the fuck out of both Eris and Tamlin.
Right, because Tammy baby shows up and Tammy baby
Oh,
not
yeah.
happy
Tammy baby not happy.
because he was not invited to the meeting on foreign lands, which are his lands.
Right.
Right.
People are meeting on and didn't even fucking text him.
Yeah.
Like everybody is hanging out without him.
No, he got like removed from the group chat.
He's
You know what I
always
mean?
looking for an excuse to be like grumpy boy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The slightest provocation.
He's like
Yeah.
not even in his human form, like at all, like ever at this point.
No, yeah, he's just like beastie boy.
Yeah.
Now, I do recall that Nesta takes out that little pointer finger. And this pointer finger, I love this for her.
Me too. You have to have like a signature move. And like
Yeah.
this bitch has a signature move.
And everyone like Matrix dodges out. She takes out that fucking pointer finger and she's like, listen. And they're just like, and because the last time she did that, she did it to the King of Highburn and cut off his head and like held it up in the air.
But he didn't like... Okay, did his head get cut off just by being pointed at? Or is it sort of
No.
like... Okay.
No.
I see.
No, but it's
She
like a
pointed at
death
him when-
promise.
Yeah.
It's like Babe Ruth calling his whatever, his shot,
Exactly.
his bat, his hit. Yeah.
Yeah, but she's like kind of like a death god or whatever. And it's like
Yeah.
when a death god makes a death promise, it's like probably want to come true.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it like will.
But I do love, like, isn't it like then Cassie Baby like grabs her and is like flying away, and she says to him something like, I'm gonna like rip, if you ever do anything whatever again, I'm gonna rip your fucking head off your body, and like I don't know, something really like violent. And I was like, this is maybe a sex scene. Like, that's hot, you know?
Yeah.
I loved it. So Nesta's Nesta-ing, and they're a little tag team, and Nesta's like, no, like you don't make my sweet, definitely not my boyfriend, like feel bad about himself. Like, I'll fucking gut you. So she's doing all of that. Unfortunately, times are not so sweet between the two lovebirds for very long. Because
this is a book and you need tension.
Yes. I do want to note before we get to like the main okay, they're training a lot, guys. Let's just be clear up front right now. Nessa's doing a lot of workouts. We're not gonna recap them all. Okay,
they're trying to be the Valkyrie.
They're trying to be the Valkyrie.
The girls found a historical like role model.
Yeah, and here's the thing about this historical role model. Thank you so much for bringing this up, because the girlies are like, oh my god, like we found out like about the Valkyries.
Oh my god!
And they're
wait, I know where you're going.
You know where I'm going. And they're telling Cassian.
I thought of you.
Yes. And hopefully some of the listeners are starting to pick up a pattern with me.
This subtle pattern.
Very subtle. But the girlies are telling Cassian, like, yeah, like, we're, like, such fangirls. Like, the Valkyries are, like, so amazing. And Cassian's like, oh, like, the Valks? Like, oh, yeah, like, I know them.
My
like, I fought with them. And he's like, yeah, they were my friends. ... And
wait, by the way, okay, also before you say this, like, it's important to note that the Valkyries were over 500 years ago, and then B, the Illyrians basically fucked them over and like sacrificed them in this war, and the Illyrians wouldn't like go with them or something, and so they all died. Like, they died out completely, like, over 500 years ago. Now say what you're going to say.
Right, the honored fallen dead.
Right, the honored fallen dead from multiple generations ago.
Yeah, and Cassian's talking about how he was in the battle with the Valkyrie too or something, but then, they left or whatever. Anyways, all the Valkyrie died, and he said, but I had friends who fell that day.
Uh-oh.
And Nesta thinks the way he hesitated on friends made her wonder if any had been more than that. And even though they were honorable fallen dead, something ugly twisted in her chest. And I said, girl, same.
It's like being jealous of Joan of Arc or something, you know?
Yeah, but like if your boyfriend
was in love with Joan of Arc.
Fuck Joan of Arc. Like, honestly, that's almost worse.
No, it's horrible.
It's horrible.
But it's funny. Okay, so it's been a while since I read this book and this part of the book. So I was like, relatable queen, like, getting jealous over, like, absolutely nothing.
But
when a girly knows, okay? Yeah. She knew, and lo and behold, soon thereafter, we learned that her instincts about the way that Cassian said the word friends was correct. Because later...
Your gut is never wrong. Your gut is never wrong, ladies.
If you ever suspect your man of daring to have sex with someone centuries before he's ever even met you, your gut...
Centuries before you ever
listen to your gut. And dump
listen
him.
to your gut.
I do feel like we should, like, use the phrase, even though they're honorable fallen dead, more. Like, but about people who are still alive. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Right. Like, you were honorable fallen dead last week.
I was.
Yeah. And so, it turns out her instincts were right. Tan win.
With a smile like a storm.
A smile like a storm. And Cassian's like, like, Nesta would have totally, like, gotten along with them or, like, whatever. And it's like, how fucking dare you?
Yeah.
Where do you get off having sexual relations with another being several centuries before you met Nesta? Like, disgusting.
Yeah, fuck you. Yeah.
He did sort of let her go to her death. Yeah. So there's that, you know.
Right, he was unconscious, but also, like, he could have done better.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm saying it was nice of him from Nessa's perspective
it was good
to let her
do that.
That's true.
Yeah.
That's true.
Yeah.
Anyhow, so loved that. I'm glad that you guys clocked that as well.
Also, isn't this when they start doing their meditating? And
Probably.
Cassian's like, I could recognize mind stilling a mile off. And they're all doing like their little like box breathing techniques or whatever that like SJM learned and then was like, you know, teaching to the masses through.
She got a fucking class pass. We get it. Now, unfortunately, now that our good chuckles are over, Cassian, you know, as per Cassian, puts his foot in it because he's like, hey, like, just wondering if you ever had like a really powerful sword, like what would you name it?
Fucking
like
idiot.
JW, like I don't know,
Apropos
just like
of nothing.
Of literally nothing. And again, he's a dumb boy and Nesta's a smart
But he
girl.
knows he's dumb. He knows as soon as he does it. Poor boy.
Oh, Cassian. So basically, oopsie doopsie. And then he's like, oh, yeah, well, you made these swords. And like, we were going to tell you, but like, we voted. And then we like voted, but we were going to wait, but I was going to tell you. But like, basically, Rhys and Amren voted that we shouldn't even tell you about it.
Yeah, he's like
He's like, you're not in
the
the group
secret
chat.
ballot.
We talk about you in the group chat all the time.
Right.
We decide things about your life
Exactly.
without telling you.
I mean, look, I think he ultimately did the right thing. He has to tell her because he's not capable of lying.
Yeah, no.
Right.
Like as soon as he like revealed other people were involved, he correctly was like, all right, I just have to like fucking eat this one.
Yeah, and also, like, I don't know, if he was able to, like, smoothly, like, work his way around and, like, manipulate her into thinking they just found out or whatever,
Right.
then I would hate him.
Oh, yeah. He's not a manipulation guy. He's not.
Right, exactly.
He's not a deceitful male.
And that's why we love himbos.
Yeah. So, listen, Nesta, we go on our big spiral. I mean, hard to choose just one spiral in this book, but this is one of the big ones.
This is, I think, probably top spiral.
Top spiral.
Who voted against me?
Yeah. And that would really hurt and feel really shitty. Everybody's talking about you and they're voting and like 2 people voted not to tell you. Like that would suck.
Yeah, Donald Trump gets it.
Yeah, totally. He does. But so Nessa's in a rage. She finally gets down all 10,000 steps so she can go beat Amren's ass. Not actually, but she goes down all the steps to go yell at Amren.
And that's why we love rage.
Yeah.
Because
The
it lets
lesson-
you,
Yeah,
That
the
we can
lesson
take
here
away.
is be more enraged. Because
Yeah, it'll help
then
you
you
meet
can finally
your
do cool
goals.
things like walk down 10,000 stairs.
Exactly. It'll help you meet and exceed your goals. So she busts down Amren's door. Amren's riding it like a pony, as
right.
they say.
and media res.
Yeah.
mid coitus.
Boy boss, by the way, really big phrase for you recently.
I know.
You really love an in media res.
I think if
What
I just
is
like
that?
keep saying it, I'll get it right one time.
Yeah.
I don't
just
really know. So
Oh,
in the
perfect.
middle of things.
yeah.
Oh, okay.
But like,
Great.
so I don't really. Like when you start in media res and like a scene, it's like
Right.
you're in the middle of it.
Right.
Like when the scene opens, you don't have to like go walk in. You're just right in it. But
Gotcha. Okay, great.
anyways, they're in media sex.
yeah.
So Nesta is like, you voted against me. Like, what the fuck is your problem? And then Amren sends a bunch of horrible shit to her. Like, Amren, like, okay, there are some kernels of truth, but I think it's too much. What do we think?
I do think she's like, I feel like the problem of living millennia is you probably have no patience for diplomacy anymore.
Children, right? Like to
Right.
her, like Nesta, like is probably like a little girl who doesn't understand her power and doesn't know how to use it. And I feel like that's the thing with Amren, right? Is that she's like,
Well, yeah, and also is like emotionally going,
yeah.
you know.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I feel like I'm always on Nesta's side in terms of she should have been an even bigger bitch here. And I think everything she did was perfectly fine and great. And I,
Yes.
you know, will defend it till my dying day.
Yeah.
But also, I guess, like, Amren has the wisdom of, like, thousands of years or whatever. So, like, fine. And she's allowed to be a bitch, too. 2 bitches are allowed to exist.
Yeah, but she was like pretty horrible. But yeah, okay.
Maybe I just don't remember.
Possible. She says a lot of fucked up shit. But anyway, oh, my dog is having a dream. It's okay. Ian, it's okay. You're awake.
Is she dreaming of Amren?
Probably. then, this isn't going on for very long because Feyre shows up.
Yeah.
Right. She's like covered in paint. It's like, oh my God, get a new fucking hobby.
We get it. You have hobbies. Yeah.
And Nessa's like, what the fuck? And I don't know. Nessa's raging and she's like, well, guess fucking what, Feyre?
Yeah.
Guess fucking what? Everybody except you knows that the baby's gonna kill you and the baby's gonna die and you're gonna die. And Rhys told us that we couldn't tell you.
Yeah. And like,
not wrong.
The right thing to do.
Not wrong.
Kind of chaotically came out on the right side of things. Like,
right.
Yeah. I am 1,000% Team Nesta on this part.
Yeah.
I don't even care that it came out at the wrong time. Like, whatever. Sorry that you're all mad that you are all lying to Feyre. Like, that's not really Nessa's fucking problem.
Totally. And she's right, because, like, Feyre is like, well, Amren's I respect Amren. She's like, they don't fucking respect you.
Yeah, sorry.
Like, they're lying to you.
This is literally your body and your health and your life, and I don't know what kind of fucking medical system this is, that they think it's even okay for other people to know things that the literal person giving birth does not know.
Yeah. It's
crazy.
It's real bad.
And then my grievances are not over with the inner circle, because Cassian goes to Rhys and Rhys is like, get Nesta the fuck out of the city before I fucking kill her.
Then why are you allowed, Rhys? Why are you allowed to have primal rage? And she's not allowed to have primal rage.
Right.
This is why, what is the double standard here?
What is the double standard?
Why are you allowed to basically almost have to kill her and she can't have a little baby fucking meltdown?
And no, like you were in the wrong, obviously.
And you
like,
were in the wrong.
It's like, but it's crazy. They like, Cassian like swoops her up from the street because she like was running away, like abducts her and like flies up to the house where like Azriel has like a little to-go pack, like a little like Cotopaxi like to-go pack ready for them. And like, so he can just like not even stop. He just picks it up and go. Cause they're like, if we don't get away, like Rhys can't be controlled. He'll just like kill her.
Yeah. Now, and then, so Cassian's taking her on this like fucking outward bound.
Oh my God.
Like get straight, whatever.
No, listen, it's Reese Witherspoon and Wild, baby.
Yeah. But didn't she do that voluntarily?
Yeah, this is like a forced march.
Yeah, no.
True, good point.
Good point. I still have like complaining to do about both Cassian and Rhys, but let's finish Rhys.
Okay.
Like, okay, and Feyre getting like some points in my book for how she handles this or whatever, because she's like mind chatting with Cassian while they're on their trip, and she's like, oh, like Rhys is a psychopath and like totally was inappropriate and overreacted, and I think he knows that now. And then Cassian's like, oh, well, I'm still taking her away for like a week. And Feyre's like, oh, I told Rhys. And he's like, pretend. And he's like, Feyre was like, oh, yeah. Like, Rhys says you can come back to the city now. He's calmed down. And Cassian's like, no, I'm taking her away for like a week. And like, she's like, oh, well, Rhys says he's like pretending like not to be really happy about
it's like,
that.
Wait, we're just like laughing about. Meanwhile, this is the motherfucker. Everyone's like, he should be High King.
Right.
Like,
right.
Okay.
And it's like, I'm sorry, again here, just to say it, you all got your fucking decades of like being shitheads. Like, let her fucking live.
Okay, wait. Should we move on to Cassian? Because I found a terrible quote.
Great.
Yeah, let's do. Okay, now let's shit on Cassian.
Yeah.
So in mind chat, like, he's like mind chatting Feyre. And Cassian says, tell him that Nesta and I are going to hike and she's going to hate it. But she comes home when I decide she's ready to come home. And I'm like, what? Like, what are you talking about?
Cassian.
And that's what Rhys is like. He is secretly delighted about.
Secretly, fuck you.
Okay, fuck you. But also, it was kind of funny the way this like manifested on the hike, because he would be like, like, get up, like, we're going. And I was like, ooh, does this hike have like Dom sub vibes? Like, are we like,
of course it does. Of course it does. Yes, but but you say that to her, not to someone else, Like,
right,
it's only like Dom vibes if you're saying it to her. Right. When you're saying it to someone else, you're like a fucking psychopath.
You're a creep.
But I feel like, like he's trying to make sure he's still like in with the crew and like he's on their side in the group chat. You can't have it both ways, honey. You gotta put your fucking mate first.
Maybe he's method acting. Maybe he's like getting in to the role,
Cassian, like, this whole fucking shit of like him being like so mad at her that he's just gonna fucking like force her to hike for like a week. I guess like it's like he thinks it's gonna like help her or whatever, and I guess it does, so that's annoying. But like it is psychotic.
Yeah.
To be like that harsh with someone who was not totally in the wrong, because you were also in the wrong, Cassian.
Right.
Was
by
like
not
arguably
telling
not
Feyre.
at all in the wrong.
Not at all in the wrong to, okay, Cassian, you fucked up. You accidentally told her about the vote.
Yeah.
She goes down in a rage and fucking yells at Amryn for being a huge bitch.
Correct.
Yeah.
And then
nothing wrong there.
She tells Feyre that they've all been fucking lying to her.
Her sister,
and like,
correct. Yes.
Yeah. Oh, and like, yeah, it's really like Nesta who's in the wrong, and like Kat, like, this is weird to me. I almost like couldn't get over this.
Right, like he should be apologizing to her for 5 days straight with like various different gifts at each stage. I feel like though he's just been like waiting for her to heal for like multiple years, and he's like, can we just like speed up this healing process? And so he's like, we're going on a hike.
Goes on this hike for days and days. Like, she doesn't have like a fucking bedroll, as they say. Like, she's
holding the pack.
She makes her carry the pack. He's like, oh, I can't carry it because my wings.
My poor wings.
Riddle me this, Cassian.
Grow the fuck up.
How do Illyrian troops ever get around anywhere? What, you never carry packs?
Right.
I'm sure that there's like an innovation here, okay? First
Get
of all.
a fucking messenger bag.
And she's like walking, you know, hiking mountain, like not drinking enough water, can barely fucking move. And eventually she fucking passes out face first into a rock.
Face first into rocks.
And she's like freezing because she's traumatized by fire.
Yeah.
So she like she doesn't want to go near the fire.
Which he hasn't figured the fuck out yet because he's fucking dumb.
Right. So we're upset. We're not loving this.
I cannot imagine, like, it's literal kidnapping. I just like cannot imagine staying with someone who made me hike against my will.
Oh, yeah. I would say full stop. I'm just like anybody who made me go camping. Full stop.
At all.
Yeah. Like, no, this really was not fucking cool at all. I thought it was so fucking weird. And like, why the fuck would you want a partner who's gonna like
make you camp?
Even if you were more in the wrong, you know, is like not like the best. And like not speaking to them.
Yeah.
Right.
For days on end. Not the best, I wouldn't say.
No,
to our young listeners, I just want to say, like, not great.
Don't do this.
Yeah, no.
Don't do it.
Yeah, it even made, because eventually, whatever, she does do some healing, so fine.
Right.
But
I know, I think the
better.
only thing was that he was like, whatever, they say the lake is like known for healing, so we're gonna go to like the healing lake.
Yeah, but like
I'm not gonna tell her about it, and I'm gonna be mean to her the entire fucking time.
And it's like, okay, all this like hiking was like good for her training, but again, it could have been obviously a choice that she made in another context of being like, you know what, we really need to do is we really need to go on a long hike, because if you want to be a warrior, you got to get your hiking down.
Right.
Yeah.
And then there's a sick lake at the end. It'll be cool. It'll be fun. It'll be hard,
we'll,
but
like,
it's going to be
fuck
fun.
against a boulder. Like,
right. And like just the vibes kind of, I was even like, ugh, I don't know. Like, fine. Like, this could be hot, but like, I'm kind of too annoyed.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah. So I don't know. They get to this lake finally. And then, you know, Nesta, it's a beautiful lake.
It's a gorgeous lake. It's shining. It's turquoise, whatever. Fine. But also, this is when I'm like, Cassie, you maintain that you're like in love with her and you like don't understand her at all. He's like, oh, I fully expected her to like go into a rage. She's like a shell of a person at this point. She like can barely do anything. She like just starts sobbing.
Yeah. And then she's like, oh, I'm sad about my dad or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah. And she's like, shockingly, I was traumatized by seeing my father murdered in front of my eyes.
Yeah.
And he's like, oh.
Wow. Huh. Hadn't thought of that one.
I guess that's true.
And you idiot, when the fire snaps, it sounds like his neck is snapping, and that's kind of like fires.
Eek.
He's like, oh.
So anyways, they do that, the all cry, sad, etc. And then they fuck for like 5 days or something.
Yeah.
Just everywhere.
And then they come back.
Yeah. Just a casual 18-minute rant about the inner circle.
Honestly, they deserve worse.
They do. Okay. So anyways, Outward Bound is done. And we're back. We're back. And now we're cutting ribbons. We're trying to anyways. We're slicing ribbons. Whatever.
Yeah, who cares?
Oh, yeah, because that's how the Valkyries knew they were done with their training, was when they could slice a ribbon in half.
Yes, thank you, Dina.
Yes.
Now, another thing that quite frankly almost sent me over the edge was Nesta goes and enjoys an evening religious service with beautiful music, which I want to be clear. Listen, I'm hating on a lot of things in this book. I'm hating on exercise. I'm hating on meditation. I'm hating on, a sentient house refusing to give someone with a drinking problem wine.
Wait, you're not going to tell me you're not going to also hate on organized religion?
No, I am.
Oh, okay.
I'm about to. But I'm just saying, all of these things.
Right. Like, you're an equal opportunity hater.
Yeah, I'm just saying, okay, yes, like, I'm hating on them. Obviously, guys, I want the listeners to understand. Obviously, these things can be, can be great for people.
Allegedly.
Right.
Supposedly. Right. But I'm going to go ahead and hate on it anyways.
Yeah, maybe you're not on your healing journey yet.
I'm certainly not. I'm certainly not on my healing journey.
Should we make you go hiking?
Yeah, like abduct me and make me go hiking. So she goes to this, the service with the priestesses at night, and they're singing beautifully. It would be nice, I'm sure. And Nesta's really vibing to the music. She's loving it. She's doing it. Mm-hmm. And she kind of slips into a wee trance and accidentally scries and with her bones and the stones. Yes,
and the stones.
And she sees the harp, another object of the dread trove.
Right. And where is it, Will? Should we ask Will where it is?
Oh, wait.
Okay.
Pop quiz. I have pop quiz questions for both of you.
Wow.
Will, where is the dread trove?
You mean the harp?
Yes.
Well, the harp is at the prison, which is not at the bottom of the library, actually.
Good.
Yay!
It's on an island.
It's on an island. That's right.
Where perhaps Bryce's ancestors are from?
Yes.
Question mark.
Good job.
But it's definitely not in the bottom of the library.
It's not in the bottom of the library, famously. Right. Now, Dina, what is the harp a part of? You just said it.
The dread trove.
Yes, not the dead trove.
Okay.
You guys passed. You're learning.
Wow.
Anyways, she sees the harp. Now, it's time to go on a field trip to get the harp. And famously, this is an action sequence, so let's keep it brief. Nestian. Is that their couple's name?
Nestian, probably.
Nestian. I don't know.
Yeah.
We might need to workshop
maybe?
it. Nessian, probably.
Yeah.
They go to the prison, and I don't know, Brialyn appears. That's the mortal queen who's like a crone, everybody. And I don't know, Nessa's trying to take the harp, and it's like hard to get or something. And
she has to go through wards. But she's the only one who can go through them. So Cassian has to stay back. She goes through the wards. She touches the harp. When she touches the harp, that's when she sees some kind of like vision of like Brialyn seeing her. So like something Brialyn, I don't know, whatever, the human queen can see her. So she's like, we got to get out of here.
Yeah, something like that. That sounds right. Sure.
Yeah.
And I don't know. Then they get the harp or something. And then there's also Lanthus, who's like that. Is that?
This was
which
my
one
question.
Is this one?
Like, is Lanthus like...
It's not pre-HOFAS. I was like, is that the same? I don't
know. No.
No.
I was like, is he a Volg prince? Is he
or
like an Asteri? Like, who the fuck knows?
There was actually like a lot of little... I hold on, let me get there. Because I was like... I highlighted things. I wouldn't say I took notes, but I highlighted things because there's a lot of little...
like a bunch of little things.
There are a lot of little things. First of all, he's like... This is like, I don't know, kind of ethereal, whatever... being that was trapped in the prison, but to like get the harp out, she was like, open all the doors, right? And then the harp was like, okay, and so now this like scary thing is like gonna kill everyone or like kill both of them or something,
and it's like legit immortal, like 15,000 years old immortal.
And they think they can't kill him. We'll see what happens, but he does like classic rule with me, like we could, like you are like death god, we could do like whatever, which
gives
honestly
her a vision of her fucking him.
It's classic. This guy popped up on Tinder this morning, or on Hinge this morning, who basically was that.
Say more.
He was like, don't hold on, let me read it.
Was he also blonde? Because that's a crime.
He was blonde.
Blondes are inherently,
oh my god, blonde men horrific.
Okay, he said, you should not go out with me if ... all you want is happiness. I won't give you a couple of kids and count the days until retirement. I offer you freedom from that. We will accomplish great things together. I
hope people can see our faces. This is horrific.
And then he had a picture of him and Pete Buttigieg, and I was like, oh.
That is wild.
Oh man.
Anyway, so that's kind of the vibe.
That's exactly the vibe.
Yeah, so he's like, rule with me
from this.
Yeah.
Okay, so first of all, the harp is atop an 8-pointed star.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Is that the star that Bryce has on her chest?
No one knows. No one can say.
No one can say. It could be, though. It could be that.
I actually think it might be.
Because that would make sense if she's from this court, you know?
Right. Mm-hmm.
Right.
Yeah. No, there's a lot of breadcrumbs in these chapters.
There's a fourth thing. Because there's the dread trove, which is 3 things. Then there's a fourth thing there that you can't see anything.
Could it be a horn?
I think it's a horn.
You think it's the horn?
It's probably the horn.
Yeah. I came up with that myself, by the way.
You're so smart.
Doesn't it kind of feel like the horn and the harp are serving sort of similar functions?
Yeah.
But sometimes a band needs multiple instruments.
Wow.
That's a great point.
That's so true, Dina. Can't argue with that.
Okay, yeah. Anyway, so this guy, Lanthus, is like, come with me, Queen of Queens. We shall return what once was lost. We shall rebuild to what we were before the golden legions of the Fae cast off their chains and overthrow us. So that sounds very
Asteri vibes.
Coded. Yeah. There's the bone.
There's mention of the Great Hunt. Terrifying.
There's the Great Hunt.
We're going to talk about that later.
Yeah, we'll get to that later.
She's like, she's feeling so good when he's sending her this vision, and it's like overpowering her and she almost loses it. But then she's like, wow, actually though, like I had such good sex with Cassie that like I have felt something better in this world. So like that like brings her back. That like
literally
snaps her out of his like
saved by a BD.
Yeah.
Saved by a BD, baby.
Yeah.
Yeah, we love that.
Anyway, they kill him.
Yeah, they do. Because guess
blah,
what?
blah, blah.
The objects, the sword that Reese baby thought that he would hide from Nesta actually came in fucking handy. Because when she like sliced his little wind, because he becomes like the wind or whatever, but like not in a hot way.
Not in a hot way.
Like when she sliced it, he was then confined to a flesh body, and then she could behead him.
Who's blonde, probably, maybe.
No, yeah, I think he was blonde.
Right.
I think he was for sure blonde.
Yeah.
Yeah, of course.
He's like a blonde teen.
I don't need to read that to know that it's true.
Okay,
Which, by
also,
the
he was a
way-
teen. Like, what's his face?
Oh, Asteri boy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, blah, blah, Cassian's injured. She saves him. Yakety yak.
Yeah.
Yak.
They have
she
to
uses the
escape.
harp to like teleport.
Right.
And then she teleports them back to the river estate.
Right. Because Briallen sent soldiers after them, so they couldn't like run up the stairs.
Sure. And like, why wouldn't you just
Why
teleport
would you?
rather
Yeah.
than running
Yeah,
up
if
the
you
stairs?
have a magic
could
teleporting harp, pluck a couple strings,
you just
baby.
kind of cut out the middleman on that one.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They get to River House. Cassian's fine, whatever.
Right.
They're healing him. It's chill. But then we get a lot of Massiverse explication from Reese.
Yes.
So I guess the Daglin are the Asteri.
Right. I think that's correct.
Yeah, that was what I got.
Because they're like drinking the magic of the land.
Of the land.
I also think, I think in the vision Lanthus was giving her, also like they were sitting on thrones that looked maybe a lot like
Yes, they
the
did.
thrones in
yeah.
Crescent City. Their little recharging pads.
And they're talking about Peleus and Thea. Reese basically tells the story of Peleus and Thea, but he doesn't say their name.
Oh, right.
Because they took Gwydion.
Gwydion. Is that how you say it?
Gwydion. I don't know. Gwydion, which is Bryce's sword.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
They took Gwydion, away, blah, blah, blah. But basically, he doesn't say their names, but he's talking about them.
Right. One of the Fae heroes. Yeah.
Something that I put together myself, obviously.
Right, of course.
But by the way, everybody, listen, we're touching on it. We know we're all studying up for CC3, right? But this obviously isn't a theory podcast. And I think those exist. And I think we do our best. But listen, we all have our own strong suits,
Right.
okay?
Right.
And that's not one of ours.
No, ours is self-knowledge and knowing what we don't do. Knowing what we're bad at.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. So look, we're doing what we can. And that should be enough.
Right. Like, I know, again, we said the whole point of reading this book and recapping it was to be ready for season 3. But we don't mean A+ ready, bitches. We mean, like,
No.
We mean, like,
No.
barely able to follow. We'll get it eventually.
Yeah. Right.
We're here. We're
Okay.
here at the back of the classroom. We're having a good time.
We're a podcast for the
exactly.
people.
Exactly.
We're the common folk.
And then they're talking about the wild hunt or whatever. And they're talking about the mighty monstrous beasts. And I believe the theory of it all, the theory peeps, like, are these like word hounds or something? I don't know.
I was thinking they were like all the, the hounds in Crescent City. Not the hounds, the like demons.
Yeah, maybe.
Right?
Yeah.
But maybe they're the same thing.
Yeah, I think they might be word hounds.
Right.
Again, obviously my idea.
Right. Yeah, your personal idea, copyrighted.
Correctly. Yeah.
Ugh, we need some sex. Where's the sex?
Oh, there's a lot towards the end of this. Honestly, they start fucking, I mean, they are going so often that I honestly didn't even write it down a lot.
I like the Office one.
Do you know what, though? Do you know what I noted down? Was that it starts to get like she keeps being like, I wanted to like claw at his skin and like get under his skin. And she's like, I'm trying to literally crawl inside. Like I am like leaving marks, like as if I'm trying to like crawl under his skin. She's like, I'm trying to like imprint myself on his bones. And I'm just like, if you're not trying to fucking imprint yourself on somebody's bones, do you even like them? You know what I mean?
Yeah, if you're not trying to crawl inside of someone.
That's what I'm saying. Like that's...
Calling Armie Hammer.
No, I think
that's not cannibalism. No. That's a different thing.
No, it's just when you actually like someone.
Take that back.
I think it's a good thing. And I think if you don't want to crawl under somebody's skin, you should break up with them.
Wow.
Literally, how dare you?
That's my stance.
Why would you bring him up?
Way to ruin it, Will.
Okay.
I also, by the way, as a side note, I don't even remember where this is. Again, I didn't write it down. But I loved when SJM was describing them, like, 69ing, but like,
oh my God.
Say that. So anyway, we 69.
Yeah.
So she had to like explain it. And I just found that really funny.
I know. It was like, and then she turned around and then she was feasting, but he was also feasting. And then it was like, great, and she was everybody's feasting.
She loved it. Yeah. Anyways. And they love spilling. They're spilling.
Oh my God. Yeah.
Everywhere.
Spillage.
That seed play is really.
Yeah. Do you know what I thought of? I was getting like Saltburn vibes. I was like, yes, like there's like lots of spillage.
I haven't seen it. I've obviously seen.
Oh, I haven't, guys. I haven't seen it. I've just read enough.
Okay, good. We've just seen a lot of TikTok content. Anyways, but then Reese is like, blah blah blah, Reese, and then he's like, oh, but listen, we need to like shore up our alliances, and we need to make sure Eris is firmly in our court. I mean, our proverbial court.
Right.
And there's only one way that we can do that. There's only one way.
And so instead of killing Nesta, I'll just whore her out to achieve my own goals.
Okay. Well, I was going to do something like a little bit more fun. But like, yeah. But he's like, I was going to do a bit. I was going to be like, Nesta, go get those dancing shoes on, girl. Because Nesta is such a good dancer that they're like, we gotta do this. You gotta dance with Eris at the midwinter ball, and he will be wrapped around your wee little finger.
Yeah.
Okay. It's like, put on some like Usher, get that ass down to the floor.
Right.
You know, like, give us a little...
do your little routine. And so, smash cut to, what's it called?
Winter Solstice?
No.
Save the Last Dance? Where are you going?
No, oh, yeah. I was kind of thinking of like Save the Last Dance. I'm like, I want like a dance training like montage. Yeah. That's what I want.
Yes. Oh my God. Yeah. When
of her and more.
It's for sure.
Like,
it's Save the Last Dance. They're in like the warehouse. She has the chair. Right? It's like she has her ballet shoes, but also she's like incorporating some hip hop to like really make it real. And so she's like, moving her shoulders. Like she's got the.
Yes.
Yeah. She's ready for Juilliard, baby.
Exactly.
Now that she's also learned how to twerk and use her point shoes at the same time.
That's exactly right. She's about to be twerking in her point shoes. And indeed she does. She twerks in her proverbial point shoes. Oh, by the way, I had to mention a little Easter egg, a little sprinkle. I think, and I want to hear what you think. And this actually is like, I actually did catch this.
Oh my God.
What is it?
But she's in her room. Yeah, she's in her room and she's like looking at shit. I don't know whatever. She's looking at the fire or whatever. I don't care. On the mantle, there's the carved rose. I don't know, that her dad gave her or whatever. But next to it is a figurine of a supple-bodied female. Her upraised arms clasping a full moon between them.
Cathona!
by Cathona's tits.
the embrace. Cathona's tits.
Wow.
Oh my God.
The embrace.
Rach,
I think that's what that is.
Went right over my head.
Yeah.
Well fucking done.
And that is like 100%. That's batting 100% so far in terms of sapphic predictability. People owning Cathona figurines, right?
Or, well, yeah. Well, no, because, like, I mean, Ember has, like, a necklace.
Okay,
like,
2 for 3.
thing.
Ember probably, like, messed around, though, you know?
Yeah, for sure.
Before.
Who can say?
Wow, Rachel, you know what? I changed my mind. This is a theory podcast.
Yeah, this is a theory podcast.
I don't know
You're
what the
welcome,
theory
everybody.
is, but
I think there's... and this is switching back into not my idea again, but there's, like, a lot of stuff about Nesta kind of being a witch.
Yeah.
And, you know, Hypaxia is all about Miss Cathona.
Okay, wait, question. Because there's like all this stuff with Nesta about how she's like touched by the mother, right? Like they call her the mother in ACOTAR, right? And they're like, oh, the mother looked out for her or whatever. Like she has some kind of connection to the mother. Is the mother Cathona who's also Mala? Like, is this the same god or are they different gods?
Could be. I don't know. I don't really know. But
okay,
that sounds like it could be something.
Throne of Glass is like the same kind of like vibe.
I thought she was just a witch because she was like in a cauldron, and like witches have cauldrons, you know.
Well,
yeah, maybe.
Yeah, I don't know, but that's something that happens. Something that I saw.
That's a great. What an eye for detail you possess.
Yeah,
thank you.
Look at that.
But anyways, enough about that. It's time for her to show up and show out.
Oh, yeah.
And she does. She looks hot. So, okay, there's a ball, and it's being held in the Court of Nightmares. Mm-hmm. So it's, like, spooky but, like, cozy.
And also, everybody has to dress slutty,
sexy.
Which is my favorite part about it.
Mm-hmm.
Sexy. But I love how they take some time to slag off Elaine.
Oh, my God,
Cassian's
I love that.
Elaine looks like shit in black. Like, what a joke. She looks horrible.
Also, it was very, like... Are they actually trying to push the idea that she belongs in the spring court with Tamlin? You know what I mean? It's very much like, oh, the colors of the night court, like, clearly don't suit her. Like, she doesn't belong here.
They don't suit her. So, Nesta shows up. She's popping that P word. She's doing her this, isn't her that. It works.
She's got those
spinning.
tits
She's
out,
pirouetting. Yeah, she's got the tatas out. Yeah. She, like, hook, line, and sinker. She gets Eris wrapped around that little finger, that little pointer toe, whatever. Works like a charm. They also give him one of the, like, daggers that she made or whatever.
Yeah, and he's like, I don't even want the dagger. I just want to marry her. And it's like,
yeah, he's like, I'll do anything. So simple. I'll do anything. Like, open offer. Open magically binding offer.
Yeah, exactly. And, you know, Cassian gets jealous, blah, 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 and, like, cuts in and, like, dances with her.
And he's been practicing.
Like, oh, my God, he was secretly practicing with more.
Oh, that was really cute. That was really cute. Like, after 500 years of existing, he's finally like, maybe I'll learn how to do these dances.
Right. It's like, you probably could have learned at any other point, but it's fine. It's cute.
This is actually, like, a multi-day midwinter solstice celebration. So that was, like, the prequel. That was, like, Solstice Eve or what have you.
Right. That was day one. Yeah.
Right. A couple days later, we have our actual solstice party. Now, Nesta gets a gift haul.
Yes.
She gets a gift haul that would make all of the preteens, etc. in Valeris so jealous of her.
And also me.
Yeah, and me. First of all, she gets, like, a reading light.
Yeah.
Cute. A little reading orb she can clip onto her books. Literally lit.
So cute. Is that what Az got her?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, genuinely,
so
like,
sweet.
cutest fucking moment, because everybody is worried that Nessa's gonna, like, blow up and be a huge bitch, like, this entire time. And then, like, Az gives her this, like, little, like, reading light, and she looks at it and, like, jumps up and hugs him, and it's just...
So cute.
It's so cute. I just love him. Okay, go on.
It's like her brother.
Yeah.
And then Cassian gives her an iPod.
Yeah.
A Faypod.
A Faypod.
He gives her a little Symphonia, which is a device that plays music. And she's like, and it played all the music from the night before when she was popping her P word and loved the music so much. And she's like, how did you get it? And he's like, oh, like the day after the ball, I went and asked the orchestra to record it again.
Yeah.
And then I went to your favorite taverns about town and had them, like, record some live tracks as well.
I'm like, fuck the orange peel theory. If he's not going around asking orchestras to replay their entire set and then going to multiple bars, to ask multiple bands to replay their entire set. Also, he could imbue a magical object that you can carry around with all your little songs.
Yeah.
Break up with him. Break up with him.
Yep.
Break up with him.
Ladies, gents.
Yeah.
They, thems.
Yep.
Don't care.
Yep.
Demand more.
Demand more. Ask more what they could do for you.
Yeah, ask not what you can do for your boyfriend, but what he can do for you.
Right.
Okay? So sweet. And then we do the whole... We get, I was going to say one more round, but I think we have several more, but like one more round of like, no, I don't deserve it because I'm such a horrible person.
Oh my God.
Blah, blah, I can't accept
She's like,
this,
maybe
blah,
I
blah,
will
blah.
marry Eris because like, I don't deserve you.
Oh my
like,
God. That was so
okay.
ridiculous.
Not again, please.
Please, God, not again.
I thought we kind of like sorted this all out at the lake, but like I guess not. But then they kind of get over it, and I think do they tell each other that they love each other?
Yeah. Well, because okay, it's actually cuter than that. Okay, so they're like kind of in the middle of the fight, and then they like he slides a hand into her hair, and then they like kind of start making out, and then he pulls back, and he's just like, "You're not going to marry Eris," he said roughly. "No," she breathed. His eyes blazed. "There will be no one else for either of us."
Ooh.
Wow.
Then she just whispers, "Yes," and he goes, "Ever," and she goes, "Ever." And then they fuck. Perfect. Done. Yeah.
Was that so hard?
Yeah. Again.
But P.S. We're not done.
Right.
But that's for next time.
And they cuddle.
Oh, is this the first time?
Yeah, he sleeps the night and she gets
He sleeps over.
Well, she finally says, "Stay with me." And he's like, "Yeah, bitch, we literally just said forever."
And their like souls are shining with gold and love.
Yeah, and there's like the golden threads, like, you know, within their bodies. Oh my God, wait, also... Cassian roared as he came, and the sound was the summons of a hunt, a symphony, a single clear horn playing as dawn broke over the world. Like, bitch, why do you keep putting in foreshadowing into people's orgasms? It's so funny to me every time.
Always. Lots
of spillage, too, for the wreck.
Oh, at this point, I want everyone to know that there's constant spillage.
Yeah.
I'm honestly worried.
But it like makes her feel like so warm and cozy. She's like, "Oh, wow, the best spillage ever. Now I can like rest easy."
Yeah.
Am I right, girlies? Oh yeah, is this a time when it was like it was more than ever before? And I'm like, this
it's so funny. He spilled himself into her longer than ever before, as if he'd been holding himself back all the times before now, as if he'd let his own inner wall come crumbling down. I'm picturing like a tsunami, like breaking down the seawall.
Like literally breaking down that seawall, honey.
It's like the levees have fallen.
The levees have fallen. The emotional semen levees have fallen. And
but it's like you had already talked about how much spillage there was before.
I know, like, but that's their love language, to be honest.
It is.
Yeah,
It's literally
it is.
that. Specifically that. And so on that sort of beautiful picture that I hope we've painted into all of your minds, yes, that is where we're going to leave you.
Sated.
So sated, so full of content. It's practically spilling.
Oh, man.
Into your ears.
Ooh.
Wow. Okay, one more. We got one more episode of Silver Flames. Then we got CC Baby. Say hi. We love when you say hi. We screenshot it and send it to each other, and then it makes our days every time.
Okay, wait. Nope. Thank you. You reminded me. We have to say thank you to some people.
Oh my God, yes.
Thank you so much to R. Ray L, maybe. I don't want to like say your full thing in case you don't want me to.
Yeah, fair.
For your beautiful review in Apple Podcasts. You're so sweet. Again, we're not going to read them but thank you so much.
Yeah, we love you.
Really happy.
We love you forever.
And we also wanted to say thank you to peeps who leave such funny or lovely comments on the Spotify thingy. We can't respond there, but just know we always love what you have to say.
Just know we see them, we screenshot them, we send them to each other, and then we feel happy the rest of the day, which usually doesn't happen. So it's all thanks to you.
Spotify should really fix that, though. It's
They
like
really
kind of
should.
annoying.
Yeah, but we just want to shout out Allie, Diana, and Anushka for your super sweet, lovely comments.
Oh my God, the best. We love you all.
Our queens. Shout out to like all the people who, we've been having so much fun chatting with people in our Instagram DMs and stuff. So please slide in there. The water's warm. And follow us on TikTok and Instagram @FaywatchPod, and we'll see you next week.
Yeah.
Bye.
See you soon.
Bye.